Everyone, back tuning into today's video. We're going to do the weekend forecast today. We're going to have a detailed look at the weather for the next 7 days across the British Isles. Now, I say we're going to have a detailed look for the next 7 days. Actually, from around Thursday onwards, there's a huge amount of speculation and unreliability coming into the forecast period, which is quite unusual. Typically, these days, the models are very reliable out to about a week ahead, but huge amount of uncertainty relating to the breakdown in high pressure conditions from Thursday onwards, so it will not be possible to give you detail on the weather from Thursday, other than to say it's just generally going to turn more and more unsettled and cooler from Thursday onwards, but we're going to have to wait until much closer to the time frame to get the detail on that. Other than that, though, high pressure is going to be dominating, as it has been for quite some time, and it's going to get very warm at the start of next week again. It's a bit cooler, fresher this weekend, but temperatures will be going back up again at the start of next week with the high pressure. And I'll just get on with the detail in a moment, but before all of that, just want to talk about the advertising. There's green keyword ads on all my pages at GazWebBiz.com. Rolling your cursor over green keywords will mean that you see the ad, but if you click through the ad, click through the word, you'll go to advertiser's website, and when you do that, you are supporting GazWebBiz.com. Thanks very much for doing that. The websites that we're using for this forecast, we've got the radar picture coming from the UK Met Office and charts from weathercentral.de and weatheroutlook.com, and all three of those websites, the links to them can be found on my links page, so everything you see in this video you can check out for yourself. So we'll just start very quickly with the radar picture, and we've got a few showery bits and pieces of rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland today, just flirting down into the far north of Northern England, but much of England and Wales actually dry and fine. Today, the pressure chart from the GFS model shows that we've got high pressure more or less in control at 1030 millibars, sitting just to the southwest of the country. We're bringing a westerly flow into the north. This area of low pressure around Iceland. Now, the difference today is that we dropped a cold front down across the country last night. Didn't produce any rain, but it did introduce a more fresher, cooler type feel across much of the country. So it does feel, if you've not been outside yet, it does feel quite a bit cooler than it has done for some time, particularly in the south and the southeast, even though it's a lovely sunny day. So the situation for the rest of today is that we'll keep some showery bits and pieces of rain and cloud going for Scotland, just flirting down into Northern Ireland. The rest of the country will be dry and fine with good sunny spells. Temperatures, as I say, are a little bit down on what we've been used to, ranging from around 15 to 20. 20 is 68. It's about where we should be, actually, that for the very end of August. But as I say, because we've been used to it being quite warm and humid for several weeks now, it is a bit of a shock to the system, actually, just how much cooler and fresher it's feeling. And that's going to be very evident tonight, actually, for much of England and Wales. We're going to have a dry night with long, clear spells. There will be some mist and fog patches forming, and the temperatures will be dropping down into single figures quite widely, getting down to around 7 or 8 degrees. Now, for Scotland and Northern Ireland, it is going to be a windier night, so temperatures should hold up a little bit better there at around 10 to 12. And we're going to be bringing cloud in as well off the Atlantic, but most areas should stay dry away from the far north and northwest of Scotland, where there will be a little bit of showery rain continuing. As we move through into Sunday, the high pressure is really taking over the pattern, but we have got this westerly flow still still going on across the far northwest of Scotland. So I think we'll keep quite a bit of cloud for Scotland, with little bits and pieces of showery rain likely in the north and the northwest of Scotland in particular. The rest of the country, though, will be dry and fine with good sunny spells. Once we get rid of any early low cloud and mist and fog patches, we'll have good sunny spells. We're starting off with quite a cool temperature, so it's going to take a while for the temperatures to lift up, but eventually I think we'll get up to around 20 or 21 for much of England and Wales. That's around the 70 Fahrenheit mark. As I say, about where we should be, really, for the start of September. And of course, we're moving into meteorological autumn now with the start of September, but the weather doesn't know it. As we go through into Monday, we're bringing a warm sector back in across the country under this area of high pressure. pressure. Now I think we like to have an active weather front producing cloud and quite heavy rain for northern and western Scotland through the course of the day, but the rest of the country will be dry, and after a cloudy, sort of murky start under that warm section, I think we will find the sun punching through, and away from the northwest there'll be good sunny spells coming through on Monday afternoon. Get very warm with temperatures back up to around 24, maybe 25 degrees. That seems to be mid-70s Fahrenheit, 75 to 77 Fahrenheit once again. Now we've got a weather front trailing out across northern and western Scotland, just flirting down into Northern Ireland on Tuesday. It'll have ripples running along it. That's indicated by this elongation in the isobars around here. So probably forming there low pressure along that rippling front, but it means that for northern and western Scotland it could be very wet through Tuesday, with pulses of heavy rain coming through, just flirting down into southwest Scotland and Northern Ireland as well. Eastern Scotland probably staying mainly dry, but even there could be some heavy rain pushing through by the end of Tuesday afternoon. Rest of the country largely dry with good sunny spells, very warm, if not hot really for the time of year. Temperatures could be up to 26 degrees 79 Fahrenheit in the southeast on Tuesday afternoon, so a bit of an early September heat wave likely for the southeast. Now moving into Wednesday, we're finding the high pressure weakening, and this is when the forecast is getting very difficult to pin down the detail on from Wednesday onwards. I think we can say that Scotland and Northern Ireland is like to have more heavy rain on Wednesday. May clear later on as it pushes down towards Northern England and turns lighter, may turn more towards showers for Scotland and Northern Ireland. But for England and Wales, another mainly dry day with sunny spells. Temperatures could peak on Wednesday in the south at around 27 Celsius, 81 Fahrenheit, but for Scotland it'll be turning much cooler, with temperatures dropping down to say just 13 or 14 degrees, so a big temperature gradient there along that waving weather front. And then beyond that, we really are into the realm of speculation for Thursday and Friday. All we can say is that it will turn increasingly unsettled through Thursday and Friday, possibly with some heavy rain and thunderstorms coming up from the south into England and Wales, but that's very speculative and I don't want to say too much about it. It will be turning cooler as well. I think we'll all be in a much cooler air mass by Friday, with temperatures really just down into the teens countrywide. And that uncertainty persists as we go into next weekend, but it probably is likely to be quite unsettled. But really, I'm going to have to wait until close to the time frame, keep checking back, and basically just watch this space for developments for the end of next week. Finally, having a look at the charts from the weather outlook, super day across many parts of the country today, but broadly speaking, we have got showers for Scotland. It's cooler and fresher to what we've been used to as well. Mainly dry conditions with sunny spells on Sunday, but again there will be showery rain up in the north and west. Look at that for Monday, mainly dry, sunny and very warm, temperatures lifting back up again on Monday. This doesn't show the rain in the north and the west of Scotland, however there will be rain up there, as there will on Tuesday. And again, I think that rain could be more extensive through Scotland and Northern Ireland on Tuesday, and this doesn't particularly show it. But for the rest of the country, again, it's mainly dry, sunny, very warm, locally hot really for the time of the year, as it is in the south on Wednesday. Again, this doesn't show in detail what's going on, but we've got that weather front up to the north and west, which will be extending down through the course of the day. And then from Thursday into Friday, we're really into the realm of speculation, but turning generally cooler and more unsettled at the latter stages of the week. But it's so difficult to pin the detail down on that, and in terms of what's going on with that, but it's a case of watch this space. So in summary, we're staying mainly dry and fine for most parts of the country up until the middle of the week. Northern and west areas will turn increasingly unsettled through Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. That rain will extend through Scotland and Northern Ireland with time, I think, but England and Wales in particular will stay dry and very warm, locally hot for the time of year through Tuesday and Wednesday. And then after that, we're into the realm of speculation, but the general idea is that it turns increasingly unsettled and cooler going up to the weekend. And I will be doing forecasts on this change over the next few days as we start to be able to pin the detail down on it. That's it for now. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye for now.